good months, they have bad months. But it seems like we are in the era of another good MaNa month, as he has been playing very well, and he is spawning. In the top right, it is Lakewood Gaming's MaNa. On the bottom left, showing us a pretty solid game, but then not being able to get that fourth base up, get the right units up exactly, is DnS. And Ice and Chrome, I played a handful of games on Ice and Chrome. Pretty macro-oriented. It's a map that I don't... It's... I think it's going to be hard to punish. It can be hard to punish bases on this map. I'll be interested to see what direction players decide to go. But, you know, PvP can go anywhere, and I think I wouldn't mind seeing maybe a proxy this game for MaNa, proxy Starport, proxy Robo, because last game we noticed DnS was playing safe. You know, he went for the Robo before expansion. The early game kind of didn't favor him, getting the Robo before the Nexus. But we'll see what the players decide to do, and again, especially in a PvP, what really interests me in this type of game is what are they doing with their first units? And we do see probably the pylon coming back here from both players. Looks like we do. So this is basically a standard PvP. And the reason this is a standard is because for a long time it was very common to go proxy pylon somewhere on the map and make a Robo Bay and go proxy Immortal. Now sometimes it was proxy Stargate, but usually it was proxy Robo Immortal. And it was very, very, very hard to hold for a very long period of time. So now what happens in the PvP meta is players get their second pylon proxy to make it look like you're going for a proxy Robo or some type of proxy all-in. Even when you're not going for a proxy all-in. You have to kind of respect that maybe it is a proxy all-in. Maybe you cut a few workers, maybe you get an extra shield battery. You're rooting for your opponent to maybe play a bit safe. Now I will say it will be interesting to see where the third pylon is made. If it's in the main base or if it's at the natural. In the main base here, in the main base here. I like that, it's safe. Sometimes I like to get a little greedy with my pylon in the natural. It can be definitely risky, very risky. Wow. Nice Insta-Scout from DnS, and I think he will see it completely. Let's look at his vision here.
I'm here in the shadows.
Very nice. I mean, he's got the same exact one on the other side of the map, but very nice to recognize that it could be happening. And I wouldn't even be surprised if you watched the replay last game. I don't know if he saw it. I think he saw it eventually, but he realized MaNa went for the scatter pylon. Oh, pretty unlucky for DnS. Let's see if he tries to re-wall this. No. Okay. Probe getting taken down. I don't know if both probes were lost. Let me see. Yeah, nope. DnS's probe made it back. Okay, not bad. I don't think DnS made it to the main base. He did not. He did not see the base either, but he probably has a pretty good idea. So when you're DnS, you've taken this pylon, you've scouted so much of this. Well, you haven't scouted this much, but usually, you know, you're probably not going to face too much. I mean, I don't mind. Now, both players on 4 Stalkers, it looks like, and we do have 4 Stalkers, but DnS's Stalker is catching off MaNa's Stalkers here in the middle of the map. Might be able to find some damage. Stalkers retreating. 1 Stalker already up. 2 Sentries is the follow-up as well, which obviously makes a lot of sense. Nice little engagement. Nothing really happens. Shield battery coming back. 2 units coming out. Oh, okay. I like this move. 1 Stalker hiding, and DnS going to find this pylon with the 3 Stalkers. I really like this move. It's kind of tough for MaNa to ever push out and take this. And I've been there in this spot for MaNa. You know, you're like, oh, I think I can get across. I think I can do something, but it's hard. It's really hard. We do have Blink coming out from DnS. Also playing really safe. He was thinking maybe it would be an Oracle as well. He's got his battery. I like when a player is getting safe in general, because you know you're not cutting past. Because if there's no shield battery, if there's no Stalkers in the mineral line, you're like, God, I went Oracle. He played so greedy. I would have killed him with an Oracle. Not the case here. Not the case here. Now, very similar stuff. I would not mind seeing a Forge come out from DnS, although he's going for a Robo again. Just fine. Secondary shield battery. Worker count very similar. Army count very similar. Very similar situation in the game. Although MaNa's +1 is quite a vast one. I wonder if this Forge is going to make DnS want to get a Forge as well. The longer he doesn't get a Forge, I am interested to see maybe he is thinking about something else. And there it is. But this Forge is going to be quite a bit late, you know. It's going to be about... God. It's going to be pretty late, you know. The upgrade, I keep saying you know, like you know. But that upgrade is going to be quite a bit later for DNS. Now it looks like fast third coming out for DNS, which I really do not mind at all. I think in this current meta with Blink Stalker and stuff, I think you can get a fast third, especially with the new shield battery. I think it's not a bad move. And I mean, DNS scouting, he sees the gateways being ramped up. 5 gates. We probably will see the matching gateway ramp. I'd love to see if he could snipe this before the third base is scouted. That'd be pretty massive for DNS. And he does get it. Very nice. So MaNa has no idea this third is so fast, which actually should be very nice for DNS, in theory. Third base now coming out for MaNa as well. And, I mean, we're in very similar spots. We see the faster charge coming in. The blink was quite a bit later, but we've seen... I am a little bit concerned for DNS to die to a +2 timing. This forge has been chronoed. The Twilight has not been chronoed at all. We'll see if what's being chronoed over here. Nothing right now. He's been using it. He's got no energy. Nice play. But I am a bit concerned about this +2 timing from MaNa. Now, it looks like, I mean, the third base is really late. He's going to take this third base now. He just realizes how fast the third base is. And it is quite a bit faster. Not the biggest deal. Not going to be completely game-ending, but it is very nice. And if the game goes on long enough, I really will like this for DNS. But again, when we have charge coming in for both players now, I think we'll see what happens with these chronos. Yeah, he's chronoing charge now because he knows it's a little bit behind. But I think we're going to have MaNa pushing across the map. Win +2 is almost done. If he recognizes that, okay, wait, we have a bit of a skirmish here. 5 Stalkers might get caught out. DNS somehow saw this, and this is really bad for MaNa. He's going to lose all these Stalkers here. Maybe a blink and a recall. Okay, nice moves by both. All right, not too bad after all. A pylon goes down for 2 Stalkers. Obviously good for DNS. I mean, 250 mins, 50 gas, or 100 gas compared to 100 minerals, but lose all the Stalkers is kind of nice. We do have a bit of a supply lead for DNS. But again, here we go. I would not mind seeing a Prism come out. But now I think the Prism would be almost a little late. Wouldn't mind a Chrono on the Robo to get a Prism out. Okay, yep. Immortal, show me that Prism, MaNa. Show it to me. Show me that Warp Prism. I know you wanna. Second Immortal. MaNa and me are not friends right now. Believe it or not. Cancel it. Get a Warp Prism. So, I mean, MaNa's not attacking now. We're just looking at standard macro play. Very similar to last game. MaNa already has both of his gases taken. Not mining yet. He's just taking 1 gas. He'll be taking this other gas in a second. There we go. Gateways coming up from both players. Very similar production tab, actually. Of course, +2 much faster for MaNa. And again, we have MaNa going up to 10 gateways. I believe we had that ramp up. Let's see. He's at 8 right now. 9, 10. Yep, so he likes the style. He likes 3 base, 10 gate. Not a bad move at all. I like it as well. Prism coming out for DNS. His +2 is still so much later than MaNa. +3 already started for MaNa. I'm not sure if he realizes how far behind he is on upgrades right now. All comes down to that early forge from MaNa and that later forge from DNS. And also, MaNa has been chronoing his upgrades basically the entire game. I like the cannons. Probably triple cannons coming in everywhere. We are seeing triple cannon. We already have cannon here. Does DNS have his cannons up? He is getting his cannons as well. You know, players just respecting the meta, respecting Dark Shrines. It's just very common to see this type of stuff. Now, this is interesting. DNS has a huge army, by the way, folks. Way up on Zealots, tied on Archons, up on Stalkers. I think he's right. He thinks he has a window. With +2, as long as +2 finishes, which I have to imagine he will wait for. He has a chrono for it. I'd like to see him use it. He is right in thinking his army is a lot bigger, which is surprising to me that it is so much bigger. +3 will not be done. We do have Robo coming up as a follow-up. He is going to wait for +3, and then he's going to attack. Now, if MaNa can somehow attack while +2 is done, but +2 is going to be done in 10 seconds. Now, DNS is going to look to probably end the game here with this +2 timing. It's a late +2 timing, but he has a huge army. Misclick on the Guardian Shield, I believe. Now, a bit of an okay concave here, but does DNS realize his army is this much bigger? Now, MaNa pushing out, which is kind of interesting, because MaNa's army, he is up Archons now, which, okay, is big. The longer this goes, I mean, DNS, again, his supply is good. He's got 70 workers, but again, army supply, relatively the same. +3 now, tick, 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 getting closer to finish. DNS falling back. I wouldn't mind a second Robo coming down as well from DNS. Oh, we have it coming down. Very nice. and the Dark Shrine. I like all these moves. I would do something very similar. You know, you're getting your Disruptors, you're getting your Dark Shrine. I like it. I like it. The Prism going to the main. Does he have the Watchtower? He does. Beautiful stuff. I like the Zealot Harass here. I like everything, man. I just like everything right now. I will be interested to see, because the longer this game goes on, the more I favor it for DnS, as he is going to have Disruptors. And Disruptors in this state of the game, I mean, it's going to be big. Now, an army, a fight is breaking out before there are any Disruptors here. MaNa finding a bit of a position. He's going to have +3 hitting right when +3 is finishing. I like this move on the 4th base, killing some workers. Nice force fields, because the Archons are just going to nuke these Zealots. Now, there is a big Zealot ball here. We kind of need a big Disruptor shot. MaNa taking an incredible fight with +3. So many Archons from MaNa taking down the 4th base. Really nice moves before the Disruptors get into a magical count. A very nice find. Disruptor shot is going to be pretty big, finding about 5 Zealots. Another Disruptor shot. Huge Disruptor shots, actually. And now with the Disruptor shot, it's going to be hard for him to push forward, but getting the 4th base, killing 27 workers. Did I miss something? Yes, there were DTs or Zealots in the natural at the same time. Very nice. Faster than the can, even. Double Stargate is the response from MaNa, which I do not mind. I think you either go Disruptors of your own, or you go what he is going for with Double Stargate. Now, DnS. Oh, wow, I like the double. Wow, ballsy double Immortal drop. Very ballsy. Blink Stalkers out. I like it, though, trying to snipe the Disruptors. Now, the big thing DnS has going for him is his 5 Disruptors. And yes, we are on Double Stargate Phoenix, Triple Stargate Phoenix. But it's going to be a while till that Phoenix count gets up. Even in the first 3 Phoenixes, you're going to be up to that 7-8 Disruptor count. So, there is a place here. And actually, DnS in a great position right now to just walk into the base. There is a huge surround trying to be formed from MaNa, but I'm not sure it's going to be good. There's no Phoenixes out right now, and he is going to go for that massive flank. Disruptor's actually going to see this army in the back. The army is everywhere. But this many Disruptors, I don't know how MaNa can engage into this. Now, he does have a big army. Charge lots. Zealots. He has +3. Does he have +1 Archon as well? He does not. Now, if we're going to have +3 for DnS here, the upgrades are about to be dead even. And I like the army for MaNa. Or DnS. But once these 3 Phoenix come out, I will start to like it for MaNa, especially because MaNa is in a very patient concave, which is very hard to do. Very impressive. DnS chasing back this army, which I like. Nice recall as well. I like both the moves from both players. Sniping out 2 Immortals. Actually massive when you have this type of army. Very, very nice challenge and move, noticing that is just part of the army there. He blinks forward. Now the Phoenix count is about to reach 6. And how many Disruptors do we have? We have 5 Disruptors. So actually now I am starting to like the spot for MaNa. +3, 6 Phoenix. The lifts have to be good. If any Disruptor shots land, it is big. Now we have the Disruptor shots coming in, the fight happening. A huge concave for MaNa. We have big lifts everywhere. Is it enough though? The huge army on the south, huge army on the right, big Disruptor shots trying to land. One does go off. And there looks like there's a little bit more. DnS is winning this fight right now. The Zealot's coming in. One more Disruptor shot landing, doing a ton of damage, and DnS winning this game. Wow. Wow, 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 folks. Powerful. Nice game. Nice game. I mean, it just goes to show you how strong Disruptors can be. And, yeah. Nice game from DnS. Tying us up. Bringing us to that ace match, that ever-elusive ace match. Amazing. Amazing stuff. And now we have the 3rd game starting up soon. Score really 0-0. Oh, it was not. Sorry. I forget to change the score, man. 1-1. Sorry about that. I will have it this game. I'll remember. Nice plays. Nice plays. I mean, that just goes to show you, DnS. I mean, Disruptors. I mean, at a certain number, Disruptors are just the good. They are good. Bum, 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 bum. We're getting into it. MaNa, DnS, the final game. MaNa looking to get another win to help his score. Oops. Shift 1, Control 1. Nice. Doing it. We're doing it. The production. We're getting there. Observing. Guys, this is my first time observing. My first time with the overlay, really. So bear with me if the observing has not been great. I am trying. I think it's been alright, though. I think it's been alright. On the bottom left, trying to get another W. He's had a nice turn and run so far. Looking for a little more. It is MaNa. Liquid's MaNa. In the top right, showing us some nice disruptors, making an ode to my heart. Cascades DnS. So, PvP Game 3. I will tell you, this is a matchup where, as we have seen before, both players have been opting for the second pylon proxy each game. Is what I have been seeing. And it will be interesting to see if either player makes a note of that and tries to change it up at all. Because proxies coming down, I mean, at some point it's going to be a real proxy, I think. And we'll decide who does it first. Now, MaNa doing the same thing. If you're playing MaNa on the ladder, folks, expect a pylon in a spot where it would scout an oracle. Basically, is what I will tell you. It seems to be MaNa's standard, which I really don't mind it. I do it as well. Actually, okay, pylon in base. Still similar, right? Scouting for the oracle. Not going to be completely hidden. We'll see if actually DnS scouts it. Usually, sometimes you might not scout the actually corner of your base. You're just going to assume it's a proxy pylon. And that's what we have here, actually. Which is nice, because we noticed last game MaNa did lose that pylon pretty early. Now, the probe is still sharking around, which I like. Wow, units a little bit faster for DnS here. Stalker, Warp Gate already up. Now, 2 Adepts is the decision for MaNa. This is the first time we have seen MaNa go for 2 Adepts. And we've actually usually seen DnS go for the Adepts. Now, I like this from MaNa, the late scout. And the reason I like this even more is because if you're DnS, this looks like proxy. It looks like a proxy. It really does. I would not be surprised if DnS gets a robo, if he plays a little safe. We look at DnS's vision. He did not see this. And he's open Stalker. I wouldn't even be surprised if he brings like a Stalker over here. Or Stalkers around the map. Trying to chase down this probe. He is scouting around with one of his probes, and only one of the Stalkers going across the map. 4 Stalkers now. Okay. Pretty fast expansion. 4 Adepts is the build for MaNa. I like this. I wonder if this is going to be the 8 Adept build. It does seem like it. I think we're going to have 2 more Adepts come out, and then we're going to have a warping of 2 Adepts. Fast robo. Okay, do we have 2 more Adepts, or is it other thing? Nope, we have Adept, and it should be another Adept coming out from MaNa. 1 more Adept. There it is. Chrono on the Warp Gate. Yes, this is 8 Adepts from MaNa. Very meta right now. Very common build. Now, we look on the other side. Oracle coming out from DnS, and this is amazing for him. No shield battery in the mineral line. Even if there is a shield battery in the mineral line, I love this for DnS because the Oracle can help handle these Adepts. It's going to be 8 Adepts. There's going to be a warping of Adepts. And this is a very common build right now. The 8 Adept, very strong, can find a lot of workers, can put a lot of pressure on. They're going to start shading across the map, I would imagine. Okay, he's just waiting for the extra Adept. And MaNa sees it instantly. Now, he has to be careful. Maybe even a recall is used here. I hope... Oh, Oracle used here. Okay, I like this choice, actually. Oracle coming in. I actually would not have minded it going into the main base, trying to find these Adepts, and it is finding these Adepts. I'm not sure if I would have actually revealed it just yet, because I wouldn't have minded saving it for... Okay, now this is actually looking okay for MaNa. Finding decent damage here. Killing 1 Stalker, not getting damage on that 2nd Stalker. I wouldn't even mind a 3rd Oracle, honestly. Something crazy. It's tough, right? It's tough, because DnS wasn't exactly sure what was happening. Or, he can't be exactly sure that maybe more wasn't going on, but I wouldn't have minded waiting till the Adepts came to the natural to reveal all these Oracles. I think he could have killed every Adept. Now, the Adepts are still on the map, right? They're still on the map. And MaNa did have a shield battery in time for this Oracle, which was well played by him. But, I don't know, now there might be a spot for these Oracles to dive in. If DnS goes now, he's going to find a lot of probes. Hold on now. 1 probe going down, 1 probe going down, 2 probes going down, 3 probes going down. Now going into the main, there is no blink. Coming down to the Oracle control, a little bit dicey. Now this Oracle out of energy? No, not yet. 4 workers going down. Very nice. Very nice. It is actually harder to get those Oracle kills than you think. And, you know, the quick pull from MaNa, the Stalkers right here, it's tough. I don't fault him for the damage he did. 4 workers, keeping both Oracles alive. Very good. He just canceled something, not sure what it was. Probably a Forge coming up soon from DnS. The gases, but we see an 8-work lead. Oh, no. Lord knows how long they were there. There's that Forge, like we thought. Now, I like this response from MaNa. Blanky is a bit supply blocks right now. Trying to get this Immortal out. Wow, the Immortal was probably quite supply blocked, actually, if he was an Immortal, not an Observer. Sniping the Hallucinated Phoenix. I would not mind another fast third from DnS here. Because with the Oracles as well, you can get a Stasis Ward, you can get a Stasis Ward, you can do things like that. They'll put you in kind of a nice place, to be honest with you. Oracle's going across the map. A little bit scary because Blink could be done, not done for MaNa. Gateway ramp. Gateway explosion coming in from DnS. Interesting. Also the decision to go charge. I like it. Excuse me, just drinking some water. Clearing my vocals. Phoenix scouting the 2 Oracles, which is nice. Nothing too big going on. Neither play getting a third base. Maybe I might be too high on this fast third. I mean, like, I don't mean to be like the guy that's like, we need fast third bases, but fast third can be very strong right now. And I actually think DnS could have gotten away with it, but it is tough. MaNa, you know, known for stalker aggression, known for aggression in general, and we do have aggression coming out. He does have all these adepts left over. There are 2 Oracles out. I am a little bit scared for DnS. Now, we're going to need the Archons. If the Archons get out and Charge gets out, now the Oracle is not seeing anything, but man, they might force an all-in from MaNa. If the Oracles dive in right now, and they are diving in, this is huge for DnS. He's going to not only see that he's not only going to find workers, but he's going to realize there's no army here. That means he knows. Probably Seal Battery Cannons. Yes, he knows. Well, nice read, nice read. Archons coming out. Now, if these Archons get down in time, I like this. Prism a little bit late for MaNa. Not here yet. Gonna be probably enough time for DnS to get fortified. I don't know if he made the third and canceled it. I'm not exactly sure. But nice moves from DnS. And the Oracles get a Revelation in. No. Now MaNa coming up here with 2 Immortals. I like it. Phoenix is out. I love the Phoenix move. It does just handle this Warp Prism so well. I even like this liftoff. Makes things pretty annoying. Nice recall, of course, from MaNa. But here we are now. In a spot where, does MaNa even have a Forge? No. No, 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 yes, but no. We're going to have +2. I think DnS is going to win this game with a +2 timing attack. +2 instantly starts for him. Very nice. Also, not only does he have +2, I think MaNa needs to almost go into Disruptors at this point. But, not only is +2 done for DnS, his army is a much stronger army. We have 8 Stalkers, 6 Adepts. Right? The Stalkers not great. The Adepts are even worse. Whereas we have 11 Zealots, 2 Archons for DnS. This is a much stronger army for DnS. This is a beautiful position for him to be in. Now we'll see if he starts making probes. I see no probes in the production tab, which tells me he is more likely to be just warping in, and then attacking the third base. Oracles revealing his army. Sorry, I missed that. Yeah, no probes being made. So no third base for MaNa yet either, which is interesting. But I mean, maybe that is why DnS has not gone for anything, because he knows MaNa doesn't have a third base. MaNa also just now getting this Forge. I mean, this is an unbelievable spot for DnS. We're going to see the income start spiking once all these probes start mining this base. Now, we do see a third base come in, but does he see it, DnS? DnS does see it, and he sees the timing. Now, I would expect maybe some probes to come in, but DnS, 3 shield batters. I love this, because he knows how late this base is. And he actually doesn't even need that many probes, because they've been on 2 base for so long, right? Mining out. Could have used a few more saturation than is made. But still. Now we're going to look at the income. See? Look at how much far ahead DnS is. This is just going to set him up for the next couple minutes of the game, right? It doesn't always instantly impact, but look at this. We got the faster 9th and 10th gateways coming out like this. Cannons. Probably 3 cannons as well. He's already got cannons here. Doesn't need it. Probably cannon has been online as well, if I had to guess. Maybe not. But I like it because, you know, he's been hurt by DTs before, and DTs are always a thought in PvP. So, yeah. I like it from DnS. Now he is going to hit that +2 timing like we've talked about, like we thought about with the late Forge. I'd like to see one more Chrono on it. Goblin upset a laser 2-0, so DnS can actually... I still don't know if it matters though, because DnS dropped a map. So it might not matter. I'm not exactly sure, though. Because I believe a laser will be 6 and 10, and DnS will be 6 and 11. But either way, we'll figure that out after the game. DnS looking at a very powerful push, and I don't think MaNa has any of this. Don't be fooled by the supplies. The army, the upgrades, everything stronger for DnS. He realizes it. So many more zealots coming in. The fight is happening. +2 versus +1. And it's just a stronger. It's not only the upgrades, it's the army composition is better. Everything is stronger for DnS, and he looks to be taking the series 2-0. 2-1, excuse me. Very nice series from him. Adepts coming in, but the Adepts would have given nothing to the army anyway. We have Zealots, Archons on both bases. MaNa knows it's over. He's about to tap out within 5 seconds. Nice win from DnS. Okay, I guess we have Stalkers being annoying in the background, but even just one round of Zealots with a shield battery will be able to hold it. MaNa's lost 30 workers. He's lost his army. Look at the numbers. 8 Stalkers and Archon versus, I mean, even just the Zealots win alone right now. DnS making a very powerful move. I mean, just well played the entire game. Now we do see more Warpins coming in. The overcharge battery, nice target fire by MaNa. Trying to make it happen. He's a dreamer, and I respect that. He's killed all the gateways. He's thinking, yeah, maybe, if there's no gateways. But no.